Hi yogis, welcome. My name is Sara and today we're just going to go through a gentle morning flow. Of course, this can be done any time of day, just to kind of re-energize and really open through the shoulders and through the heart. Great for first thing in the morning, or like I said, any time of day. We're going to start today connecting with our breath just in an easy seated pose. So when you're ready, you can come cross-legged, you can come to sit on your heels, whatever feels right in your body today. And you can slowly start to close down the eyes or just have a soft gaze out in front of you somewhere and just start to breathe. Let's take a long, deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Long inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Start to cultivate those long breaths slowly in and out through the nose. And from here, you can keep your eyes closed, keep your soft gaze, whichever you would prefer. And we're just going to start to link our breath to movement a bit here by taking some seated cat-cows. So on your inhale, start to pull through and lift your heart, maybe lift your gaze to the ceiling. And exhale, round in, tuck your chin to your chest, round through the spine. Again, inhale, cat, bring your chest forward. And exhale, tuck in. Inhale forward. Exhale, tuck. Now come back to a neutral spine and we'll start to take some just spinal rolls here. So whichever direction you'd like to start with first, just start rolling around in a circle. Nice stretch through the side bodies. These rolls can be as large or small as what feels right in your body today. Take one more round and switch sides. Start to move in the other direction. Once more. And when you arrive back to a neutral spine, lift your hands up to the ceiling and exhale. Let's take a little twist. Left hand to right knee, right hand swims behind. Maybe look over your right shoulder. Long, straight spine here. Inhale back to center. And let's go to the other side. Right hand on left knee, left hand swims behind. Look over your left shoulder. Great, come back to neutral. And we'll meet up in tabletop pose, hands and knees. And then from here, we're gonna go straight back into a toe squat to kind of wake up through our feet today. So just start to settle your hips back onto your tucked toes, or they can be untucked if this pose is a bit too spicy for you this morning. And just sit up on your heels. Feel the big stretch through your feet, through your toes. And from here, interlace your fingers. Bring your palms out in front of you and your arms up overhead. Stretching tall, and release your fingers. Let your arms just float down. Again, interlace your fingers fingers, bring your palms out and up, and release your fingers down. Come back into tabletop pose, untuck the toes. Maybe you want to just stretch them out a bit, tap them on the mat. From here, begin to walk your hands forward and come down into your puppy stretch. Make sure your hips are still stacked over your knees. And just take a breath here, breathing through the shoulder space. Fingers spread wide. Begin to look forward and just slither forward into your Sphinx pose. Arms and forearms stay exactly where they are. Press all 10 toes into the mat. Press your forearms and palms into the mat. Bring your chest forward. And release your forehead down to the mat. Arms come alongside. We'll come to one round of locusts here. On your next inhale, lift your chest and chin off the mat. Lift your hands off the mat. And maybe you stay here, or if you're feeling pretty good already in your body today, you can lift your toes just an inch off the mat. Exhale, release. Now start to bend through the knees. Capture the outsides of your ankles, and we'll just do a little bow prep here. We won't go into full bow just yet. Just hold on to your ankles and feel a nice stretch through your quads. Maybe gently kick into your hands. Feel your shoulders start to open. Good. Release your ankles back down. Push up through tabletop and back into your first down dog. And your first down dog of the day. Hamstrings, ankles, everything might just be still a bit tight, so just feel free to do what feels good here. Walk out your dog, maybe bending through one knee and then the other. Once you find a bit of stillness in your down dog, just make sure your feet are about hip width distance and your hands about shoulders width distance apart. And just take one long inhale through your nose, then exhale through the nose. Look forward and bring your right foot in between your hands. You can help it forward if you need to. Go ahead and lower that back knee. You can untuck the toes or leave them tucked. And just keep your fingertips on the mat and shine your heart forward, just stretching through the hip in our low lunge to start. We'll flow back and forth here through half splits. So start to walk your hips back, straighten through that right leg, hands in line with your right knee. Keep your heart shining forward. And walk your hands back into your low lunge. Let's do that twice more. Half splits. Walk your hands forward to low lunge. Again, half splits. This time pausing for just a little bit of extra time and allowing your chest to just fold over that right knee. Good morning, hamstrings. Begin to walk your hands forward, back into low lunge. Just take a moment here to shine your heart forward on your inhale. And exhale, just drape your torso over your front leg. Now come back up to your fingertips. Start to bend through that back knee, and if it's accessible, start to capture it with one of your hands. And maybe you come up here and you can capture your ankle with both hands. And if that's the case, really start to shine your heart and look up. Nice opening through the shoulder girdle. Gently release and bring your hands back down. Go ahead and pop up on that back foot and we'll come up into high lunge now. Knees stacked over front ankle, arms reach to the sky. And exhale, pivot down through that right foot, parallel to the back of the mat, and open up into warrior two. Arms energetically moving away from each other. Nice big bend through that front knee, knee stacked over ankle. Maybe look out over your right middle finger. Inhale, reverse warrior, right hand to the sky, and start to straighten through your right knee, reverse triangle. Might need to adjust your feet here a bit. Bring your arms back into warrior two arms, and we'll tick-tock into triangle. Bring your right hand down to your right shin, the floor or a block, and left hand comes up overhead. You can look up if that works for your neck this morning, or you can look down. Just keep moving your back and your head further back, really opening up through the hip and the shoulders. Go ahead and look down, frame your front foot with your hands, pivot on your back foot, and we will come up to stand at the top of our mat, bringing the left foot to meet the right. And just maybe separate your feet hip-width distance when you arrive, and just fold. You can grab onto opposite elbows, you can grab onto your big toes. Just find what feels good for your body today. Release your hands back down and we'll take a slow journey, vertebrae by vertebrae, up to standing. Once you arrive, arms reach to the sky, and exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Toe heel your feet in together to touch. Maybe take a moment here to close your eyes and think of one thing that you're grateful for today. Reach your hands up to the sky and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, hands to thighs, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Once more, inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Now we're going to step our right foot back into low lunge, left foot forward, left knee stacking over left ankle, and just take a moment here in your low lunge. Feel into the hips on this side. Each side can be totally different. Keep shining your heart and chest forward. And we'll move through our half splits flow on this side. So go ahead and start to walk your hands back in line with your left knee, straighten through the left leg. Half splits, active through the left toes. Inhale, walk your hands forward into low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Keep a flat back. Come forward into low lunge. And once more, half splits. This time we'll linger here for a bit longer. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, go ahead and fold over that left leg. Say good morning to the hamstrings on this side. Start to slowly walk your hands forward to frame your front foot. And we'll inhale, lift through the heart. And exhale, just allow your torso to drape over your front leg. Come back up into low lunge, and maybe again you start to come up and bend through that back knee, rolling to the top edge of your back thigh, and start to reach back with one or both hands. And if you can capture your ankle with one or both hands, just start to lift through the heart. And release, frame your front foot once more and pop the back knee up off the mat to come up into high lunge, arms lift. Nice bend in that front knee. Knee stacked over ankle, active through your back leg. And spin the back heel down, open up into warrior two on this side. Maybe you look over your left middle finger. Inhale, reverse warrior, left hand to the sky. Straighten through the left knee into reverse triangle. Bring your arms back parallel and tick-tock into triangle on this side. Left hand to your shin, right hand comes up overhead. Hips stacked, shoulders stacked. Look up. Look down towards your left foot and go ahead and frame your left foot with both hands. And step back into downward facing dog. Take a moment in this down dog just to notice how this down dog may feel differently than our first one of the day. Great. Exhale, bring your knees down, hips stacked over the knees, and start to walk your hands forward once again into our puppy dog stretch. And maybe once again you notice perhaps how this puppy dog stretch feels different than our first. Again, look forward and start to slither forward into Sphinx. Forearms pressing down, elbows pressing down, fingers spread wide. Pull your chest forward and up, pressing all 10 toes into the mat. Now release your forehead down. From here, we're going to come into a pretty
intense shoulder opener, but I love this pose, especially in the morning. So you're gonna extend your right arm out, probably a 90-degree angle out to the side of you. And then you're gonna start to roll to your right ear, maybe bending through your knees and rolling to your right hip. Really feeling a stretch through that shoulder. You might need to play around with the angle of your right arm, lifting it a bit further up or down, depending on what feels right. And you can stay I stay tented on my left fingertips to kind of help prop myself up. I can't go too deep in this pose. I have very tight shoulders. If you feel more open today, you can take a half bind. You can swim your left hand behind your back. And gently start to release back to center. Give yourself a moment to come back here. Bring your right arm down. And we'll move to the other side. Bring your left elbow and arm out, 90-degree angle away from you. Start to roll to your left ear. Maybe bend through the legs. Roll to your left hip. And just feel that stretch through your left shoulder, opening. And breathe. Great, yogis. Slowly start to come back to center. Take your time. Bring your arms down alongside of you. Start to bend through your knees again and capture the outsides of your ankles. You can stay here like we did in floor bow prep, like earlier. Or if you feel ready for full bow now, if your shoulders are feeling a bit more open, on your next inhale, begin to kick through your feet to help lift your chest and the crown of your head toward the sky. Don't forget to breathe. One more breath. And release. Go ahead and just flip over to your back. We'll take a hip stretch and a spinal twist before ending class today. So when you arrive on your back, cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. You can stay here. You can start to pull your left leg in towards you, interlacing behind your thigh or on the front of your shin. This figure four stretch through our hips. We want to make sure our right foot remains active the entire time to protect our right knee. Take a few breaths here. Great, release. Cross that right leg all the way over your left. Bring your hips to the right just a bit and let your knees fall over to the left. Arms can be in any variation you like. I'm taking cactus arms here. Just a gentle spinal twist. Come back to center.
Let's do our figure 4 hip stretch on the other side. Cross your left ankle on the top of your right thigh. Stay here. Interlace behind your right thigh, or interlace your hands in front of your right shin. Remaining active through that left foot. Go ahead and release your right leg, cross the left leg all the way over the right. Bring your hips a bit over to the left before your knees fall over to the right. Arms out to the side, spinal twist. Bring your knees back to center, uncross the legs. Just bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself one big squeeze. And release. Release your legs long. Take up some space. Arms come out to the sides, palms face up. Let's take 2 closing breaths here together, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. So on your next inhale, big inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Nothing to do but to give yourself the next few moments in stillness. Shavasana. I invite you to stay here in this resting pose for as long as your day allows. I'd like to thank you for joining me for this morning practice today. Have a beautiful day, yogis. Namaste.